We know where we are, but when are we? I don't know. Can't keep track. Time moves too fast. Give you an example. There's a moment coming. It's not here yet. It's still in the future. It's on the way. Here it comes. Here it is. Oh. It's gone. There's no present. People say, what time is it? Well, you mean now or when you asked me? There's no present. Everything is the near future or the recent past. No, welcome to the present. Welcome once again to the present. And now the all-new. No wonder we can't get anything done. There's no time, man. Every time I sit down to work, the time changes on me, man.
People can look at Christ on a cross and think, so there's my inspiration to you. Certain image, one conveyed. Everybody look presentation. Everybody look. Nobody asked me. And that was a philosopher that I learned a lot from. I respect you. Something that I would normally do at the time. I didn't get paid for it. It gets our attention for it. If you do something loud, then you will be famous. It's a certain way. I think everybody starts way.
What shall I do with Jesus? What shall my answer be? Question with question I answer. What will he do with me? Like in the days of old Pilate, man of the world is today. Jesus, your Savior, is waiting. What does your answer say? What shall I do?
Thought it was me. Call me back, Jack.
Danny Abrams is an applied mathematician at Northwestern University. His job is to make predictions about almost anything in the world.
So this is a setup of 20 metronomes. They're all on top of a board that can roll a little bit side to side. And once I start these metronomes going, we're going to see that they're all going to be ticking independently, and it's going to sound like this cacophony.
The metronomes start off completely out of sync, but the motion of the wheels underneath the board connects them all together, so the ticking of one affects the rest. Using mathematical tools called nonlinear equations, Danny can predict that within a few seconds after the board starts to move, the metronomes will undergo an irreversible change.
There we go. So now they're all ticking in unison. We have a state of complete synchronization among these 20 metronomes.
The wheels underneath the board are changing the rhythm of the metronomes. As more of them sync up, the others are forced to join. There's no going back. Scientists call this critical point of no return a tipping point.
On this graph, you can see the tipping point visually. The tipping point is really the threshold that when you move above it, you end up at 100%. When you're below it, you end up at 0%.
Do I have to scream in your dumb fuckface? Wake the fuck up.
You look dandy in the sky, but you don't scare me, 'cause I got you here in my eye. In this lifetime, you got my human gets me blues. Just keep coming, Jesus, you're the best dressed. You look dandy in the sky, but you don't scare me, 'cause I got you here in my eye. In this lifetime, You got my human gets me blues. Just keep coming, Jesus, you're the best dressed. You look dandy in the sky, but you don't scare me, 'cause I got you here in my eye. In this lifetime, just keep coming, Jesus, you're the best dressed.
When you realize we're dealing with a type of man that is almost as far above us in intelligence as we are above the lower animals, there isn't anything phenomenal in this at all.
Now, you say casually, because this is your life's work now.
Working through this zone with an effort to orient the magnetic field to give us other results than our science can obtain at present.
George, just double talk to me. A time machine means to me a little box that I can go into and go back 5,000 years or forward 10,000 years. Is that what your formula tells you can do?
Well, Jack, this isn't a little box. This is a four-story machine focusing fields that we can orient to produce this zone big enough for a man to get into. It isn't a box.
But what happens to the man when he gets into the zone? I'm
Well,
all agog with curiosity.
Jack, we've discovered this zone is subject to thought. Now, since time doesn't record events the way we do on calendars and clocks, you could only record an event by thinking of it. Now, theoretically, we believe we can take a videotape magnetic camera into the time zone and photograph Lincoln's Gettysburg Address or Caesar's armies marching or anything that's ever happened.
All right, let me get this straight. In other words, you're telling me, like H.G. Wells imagined 50 years ago, that everything that happened in time is still there to be seen by the recreation electronically of a thought which exists.
Jack, you know how you talk into a tape on a tape recorder and play the interruptions back, identical to the play that you made. The Earth's magnetic field is the same way. You can put interruptions into it and play them back out of it. An associate of ours in creating a magnetic coupler with this principle coupled in the Earth's magnetic field and played back TV shows from stations that aren't even in business anymore.
You mean an experiment has been done to bring out of the air television programs which have been and gone?
Been and gone.
Now, where was this experiment conducted?
It was conducted in Santa Monica by an associate of mine.
Why hasn't this hit the headlines throughout the world? That's a time machine in action. If I can...
Jack, the reason it hasn't hit the world is because, as I understand...
Identify the omega point with God.
Tipler gives us a clear concept of God. It is an intelligent computer network, a network that will enclose the whole universe. It will contract to a single point, but according to the relativity theory, when space becomes zero, time and energy will become endless. This minuscule but cosmic computer network will live in eternity with eternal energy. And the good news is that it will be able to save us all.
The resources available to life in the forest